Assalamualaikum. This is me, Asma Wahid, roll number 3 from part 3. Today, my presentation topic is John Gower. So, John Gower was born in 1330, maybe in Yorkshire or Kent. There is a little known about his life. He may have been trained in the law. Then he was married in 1398 and was blind by about 1400. He was the poet in tradition of the courtly love and the moral allegory. He was the close friend of the Geoffrey Chaucer, one of his classmates, and Chaucer used to call him the moral Gower and dedicated him one of his most famous work, Troilus and the Crusade and Epithet. John Gower was died in 1408. Talking about his famous works, so he wrote several works of poetry in three languages. So let's discuss the French language. So he wrote Clinquant Ballads. This work was written in Anglo-Norman period and presented to Henry IV. This work was called to be the political work. Then he wrote Mirror de la Homme. It was the uh, it was the social work. Mirror de la Homme is the French name in English. In English, it translated as the Mirror of May. It is an allegory written in 1376. Between 1376 and 1379, it consists upon uh, 3 lakh and 2,000 lines, 32,000 lines of octosyllabics in 12 line stanzas. This work is concerned with the fallen man, his virtues and vices, so we can see that it is one of his social work. Then discussing the second language in which he written his famous work was Latin. He wrote Vox Clementis in Latin, an apocalyptic poem consists of 7 books in 10,265 lines of elegiac couplet. It deals with the politics, kingships, and the celestials' abuses. It is the critical account of the reign of the Richard II. So we can say that it is one of his also the political work. Then in last, he wrote his work in English. John Gower wrote two famous work of him in English language. Number first is In Praise of Peace. It is a political work consists of 55 stanzas of rhyme in which he pleads urgently with the king to avoid the horrors of war. Then the most famous work was Confessio Amantis, or in English we say Lover's Confession. It is a collection of exemplary tales of love, a long poem written in 33,000 lines, details the confession of love.